Midnight releases for video game consoles have fascinated me for years. It's something I'd always wanted to be a part of. Back when the Switch 1 came out, I wasn't an expert on how to get video game consoles right when they came out. The Switch 1 was infamously hard to get, and I ended up getting the console a couple months after launch. When the PS5 came out, I thought that would have been the perfect time for me to participate in a midnight release, but then COVID happened. So then I went many years not knowing when there would be another opportunity for me to participate in a midnight console launch. But then the perfect opportunity came. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the Switch 2. Oh my gosh, it was so hype. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before, and I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. This is my experience with a midnight release for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I packed my things, got up bright and early, and arrived at the Best Buy right as it was opening. Only to find out that two people were already there before me. They had been there an hour before the store had opened. So I knew I wouldn't be the first person to get a Switch in my town. But I wasn't bummed out. I had some people to talk to. It was cool talking with others about their experiences with Nintendo, what they thought the next console was going to be like, what features it would include, what games may come out for it in the future, specs of the console, all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. But then an hour had passed, and another hour after that. 5 hours had passed, and no one else was showing up. Am I crazy for showing up this early? It's cool to be the third person to have a Switch 2 in my town, but is it even worth it to show up this early if I could have just got it anyways if I shown up later? I was beginning to feel like a fool right now. I was going so crazy, I kept going in and out of the Best Buy, just trying to pass the time. I was getting bored. I was looking at the sticker table.
We got the Mario sticker selection. You got Wario doing curling, Astronaut Toad, the Cheep Cheep, Baby Luigi, Peach, Mario, and a bunch of mustaches.
But then the evening came, and more people showed up. There were about like 35 people in line, maybe 6 or 7 hours before they'd even start handing out the tickets to get inside to buy the Switch. Night came, and there was almost 100 people outside. It's a good idea I showed up this early because these people at the back of the line, they might not even get a Switch, and they're still showing up a few hours early. This is when I started to realize how big this was. I saw online the hype for the Switch 2, Nintendo fans were really excited for it, but that is really the only people that seem to be excited for it. There wasn't really that many casual fans being drawn to this system. It seemed like the majority of the excitement were for people who were going to buy the console no matter what. So I had no idea what to expect. But then the time came. They started handing out the tickets, and I got ticket number 2. I have physical proof that I'm the second person in my town to buy the Mario Kart World Bundle. Years from now, when this console sells millions of copies, I will be one of 100 in my state to have bought this console and have it in my hands for the first time. This was incredible. And the hype was electric. You could feel it all around you. And then they called my number.
If you have a ticket number 2.
That'd be me. All right, let's go. Here I go.
Now I decided I wasn't going to go crazy with the accessories. I got the bundle because I was interested in Mario Kart World, but there was no way I was going to spend $80 on it. So I thought to myself, if there's going to be a time for me to get this game, it would be now. I just wanted to see what the Switch 2 was capable of. I also got a carrying case because it's a Switch. That's the whole appeal of the Switch. You take it with you, you carry it around with you. And the carrying case also came with a screen protector, which is an absolute must. I am not going to get a scratch. So I took the things to the front desk, bought them, walked out of the store.
There it is. There it is.
Let's just say I was a bit excited. So I went home with my console and played my first match of Mario Kart World. And I gotta say, I loved it. It's probably the most fun I've had with any Mario Kart game. Now, would I recommend it at $80? No, I would not. I only felt okay with purchasing it because I was getting it for $50 in this bundle. I don't think any game should cost $80. That's just super anti-consumerist, really greedy and scummy, and I'm not a fan of that. There's just a whole bunch of greedy things Nintendo has done with the Switch 2, which could take up its own video, and I'm not going to talk about that right now. Overall, I would highly recommend trying out a midnight console release. It is so cool. It's unlike anything I've ever done before, and it's a memory I'm never going to forget. And I'm super glad I did it. If you even have a small amount of interest in doing something like this, do it. That's all the time I have today. I'm going to get back to playing Mario Kart World on my Nintendo Switch 2.